We've just beaten AC Milan 3-0 at Stamford Bridge, and I have to say every Chelsea fan I've spoken to today is pleasantly surprised. What a day, you know. Any result in the Champions League when you win, you've got to be happy with. But when you're beating the Italian champions, I mean, that's quite something. Speaking to a lot of the Italian fans, they didn't have their full strength side, but take nothing away from us today. Take nothing away because it was a comfortable win. You know, we could have made that a lot more difficult for ourselves, and we didn't. We got the first goal with Fofana. Lovely consecutive set pieces. I have to say the away fans it was quite intimidating watching them. I don't think you see many English fans like that. But we managed to put it away after a couple of little miss hits. Fofana tucked it away. We went 1-0 up. And it was still a little bit slow at that point. We were controlling the game, but they had their chances as well. And I think when Leao went on that run on the left-hand side at the end of the first half, I mean, we were all just sat there in disbelief. I thought it was going to go in, but Kepa, he did make a good save. Kepa, bless him. And you know, thank God that we've got a keeper gaining some confidence, and hopefully the manager backs him and gives him a bit of time. That being said, Graham Potter's not saying, listen, I'm going to pick this keeper, I'm going to pick that keeper. Mendy and Kepa are very much still in contention from what it seems. Obviously, Mendy had an injury problem recently, so it does make sense while Kepa's starting, but he fits the profile of goalkeeper that we're looking for anyway. He can pass the ball out from the back, and we've seen his quality in the past 2 match days. The key is we want to see it consistently. Right? We can't see this in one game. And that's why against Crystal Palace, I wasn't singing his praises to the moon. You know, he had a good game. He had another good game today. This is exactly what we want to see, consistency, because it's what we've struggled with in goal over the past seasons with Kepa. So, you know, well played to you. You know, you had a fantastic game. Reece James as well, absolutely dominant performance, pocketing Rafael Leao in that match, and I have to say the assist as well was top class, because Aubameyang's not getting an awful lot of service, so when he does get some, you know, Reece James, he's the man to provide. You know, top player. You know, he's going to be with the club for a number of years, and hopefully we can see many more performances like this. Now with Fofana, it's a bit of an interesting one, because a lot of people are asking me why Chalobah's not starting, Fofana is. We signed Fofana for big money, right? So there is a bit of pressure to play him based on how much we paid for him. And I think he wins his one-on-one battles quite well. That being said, sometimes he can be a little bit sloppy going forward. There was one chance where he gave it away in the first half, but I think when you're playing in a 3, you have a bit more flexibility to do that, because at least if you do get dispossessed, you've got 2 other centre-backs there to cover your tracks. Aubameyang, 2 goals in 2 games. I mean, fantastic goal again. You know when the man gets a chance, he's going to score, and he did it again today. But this is the problem, and this is what I'm going to highlight throughout the season, because we're going to have the same players. Creativity is going to be an issue for us, especially if we're playing a 4. And I think Potter learnt from that today, going back to the original formation which won us the Champions League. We get our chances created with the width from the wing-backs. Chilwell and James are just as creative as any other players on that pitch. And I know Pulisic got an assist against Palace. He didn't get featured today, but there's still so much quality that's going on that maybe wouldn't have been given as much of a chance under Tuchel with Broer and Gallagher. So it's nice to see them getting some minutes as well. And I think Mason Mount and Gallagher, those 2 players, they're 8s. They're number 8s. And they're box to box. They can do everything, and they need to be integral to the way we play. But if one of them's not performing, we've got another player who can do very, very similar things. So it's going to be really interesting to see if Potter tries to fit them into the same team, or if he rotates them, which is what I think he should do. But all in all, listen, it was a comfortable day. It was a comfortable game, and we needed it, because it's not going to get any easier in the away leg in Milan. They've already had players injured, like Hernandez, one of the best left backs that we've seen in the Italian league, and they've got a number of others as well. So I'm happy, I'm confident, but you know, let's not get carried away. Up the Chelsea anyway.